Very good, folks. Thanks a million for that lovely welcome. You're very welcome here to the Convention Centre. Congratulations on not having a communion today. Who here has team members that have a communion today? I think we all have. But Success Day is so important, and so important to be here, and congratulations on being there, or being here. I remember actually just came to me there one time, my own daughter was having her own communion, and Louise got the whole communion changed because we were going on the Eagle Manager retreat, I think, in Sardinia. Rang the school up, did plenty of time. But that's the importance of these events. We're willing to change a whole school's communion day because of that. So well done on being here and taking your time. It's going to be a great day. So I've seen a lot of new people across the stage. Welcome. Hope you're going to enjoy the day. We're going to be a little bit crazy. You're going to see a lot of dancing and jumping. Please join in. You don't get that in your normal job, but you get it here. And it's good fun, good energy, and you'll feel better for it. You'll go home wondering what an amazing day that was. I want to be more of that. I want more part of that. So don't be afraid. Dance like nobody's looking, and get involved in the crack. So as Bob said, everybody starts bit nervous, bit apprehensive. This is my third time doing MC. I'm still nervous, but you grow and you get a bit better. The first time I did a product launch, the first time I did this, we just get a bit stronger. So if you're asked to do something like a product launch or something at a BP or a training here, just say yes and figure out how to do it later. Get the knobbly knees out of the way and get the nerves out of the way. So everybody has a different story in Forever. And we learn from people's stories. And you're going to hear a lot of stories here today, from the supervisors to all the different recognitions. And some of you are going to take some inspiration from each story, or maybe you can hear yourself in that story. So I'm going to tell my story for a couple of minutes, and it might raise something in you, but it also might give you, some inspiration for somebody in your team or somebody you know. And so my story basically was, I'm a Mayo man, and I went to Donegal in 1996. It was my first posting as a guard. After Templemore, they sent me to a place called Buncrana in the very, very north of Donegal. I'd never actually heard of the place. Had to look it up on a map to see where it was. But I went up there and started my Garda career, and very shortly afterwards I met Louise. And so I started going out with her and kind of settled in the area. That was me. They reckon you can't get a Donegal woman out of Donegal. And that is true. I'm there since. Ended up becoming a detective. I was a detective for 7 years, I think, 8 years. And May 2001, almost exactly 6 years ago, Louise came home one day and told me she'd met this guy, strange guy in Letterkenny. Not strange, but unfamiliar to her. And signed up to this company, Forever Living Products, that I had literally never heard of. So she had given our credit card details to this strange man, and I was a detective dealing with credit card fraud. You can imagine, I was a little bit apprehensive, and that's putting it mildly. I started giving out to her, and she says, listen, relax, he seems like a nice bloke. There's supposed to be a products coming in the post. If they don't come, I could give out to her then, and until then, keep quiet. So a couple of days later, the products came. This box of products came, and thank God they did, because they have literally changed our lives beyond recognition. Firstly, from a health point of view, we went from being a very unhealthy family to a family that literally doesn't see the doctor. Because our immune systems are in such good order, vitality, energy, all that kind of stuff. But it was worth joining the company just for the products alone. They've changed our lives and changed many customers of our lives, many family members' lives, and we get so many stories, and that would just inspire you alone, but it's worth joining just for the products. But Louise got very excited about the products. She started telling people about them. And then people started coming to her asking for products for their uncle or their sister or their auntie or whatever. And she actually signed into the business because she wanted the products at wholesale price. She didn't want to make money. She didn't want to sell them. And she said, I don't want to sell these stuff. That's your customer. You sign into the business. And little did she know, but she was team building. And she had a couple of team members before she even realized it. So she started, a few weeks passed, and she eventually copped on that she was making money and that there was money to be made. So she started taking it a little bit seriously. And she quite quickly went through the marketing plan. I think it was 14 weeks to get to manager from the start. And that's fairly quick, but not maybe by today's standards, but that was fairly quick. And that entitled her to a free trip to Cardiff. All expenses paid, flights, accommodation, entertainment, food was paid for, and it was a trip for two, so I got to go. And I went along to this trip, and up to that point I was happy she was healthy, I was happy she was making money, I was happy she was making money mostly from home, because previous to that, and I'm sure a lot of you can sort of, I'm missing the word here, but identify with this, that a lot of people go out to work and have to pay childcare costs and maybe earn 300 and pay out 200 in childcare, and it just doesn't make sense. So now she had no childcare costs because she kind of went out of the house when I was in the house. So it was brilliant, ticked a load of boxes, but for me, it was a woman's thing. It was lotions and potions. That was my opinion of it. And I really had no idea about the size of the company or the size of the opportunity. Literally no idea. Went to this trip over to Cardiff. Absolutely amazing. I can't remember how many of us was there, maybe 300-400. But we had an amazing weekend, partying at night time. But we were partying during the day too. I remember the London Olympics was the following year, so they had a theme for the weekend of Olympics. So we were all doing 100-meter sprints, competing against each other, and pole vaulting and all sorts of things. It was great fun. But anyway, there was seminars on during the day that I attended. And at these seminars, I just discovered what was really behind the company. I seen a lot of men and women, ordinary men and women, doing extraordinary things with their lives. And I was blown away by what I was seeing. You know, these people mentioning 100 grand this and 6 figures a month this and 6 figures a year this and chairman's bonus check of 150,000, and I was there, hold on a minute, what are you involved in, Louise? This is mental. This is crazy. And over the weekend I started to build a picture of what was possible for me and Louise and our family and what she had stumbled upon, this Mickey Mouse company that had $2.6 billion in sales. Pretty big, 150 countries or wherever it was. And I said to her that weekend, can I help you with this? This is amazing. I was blown away. So, you know, you're maybe at your first success day. Start to pick up that kind of thing. Pick up the knowledge. Pick up those figures. Pick up that belief of what you have stumbled upon or what your sponsor was good enough to introduce you to or invite you to join. The next time you see them, thank them, hug them, kiss them. They have literally brought you into an opportunity that can change your lives and lots of other people's lives. So anyway, started to do it part-time. Part-time, days off, hours here, hours there. And eventually, after 18 months, myself and Louise made the decision that I'd give up the Guards, that I'd resign after 17 years service and give up my pension and go full-time at this, because people, you know, see the Guards, see most government jobs as, you know, a good job, a pensionable job, steady job. Guards is probably regarded as a well-paid job. And people thought I was crazy leaving the Guards, especially my mother. My mother loved that I was a Guard. She loved that I had a steady job because I was useless in school. And she got me into a job. Well done, Jason. Out you go to Templemore. And I was after giving it up for this. Carry on. But I knew what I was involved in. All the people thought I was crazy, didn't know what I knew. They hadn't been to the meetings, they hadn't been to the success days, they hadn't been to the manager's retreat, they hadn't done the research that I had done. I knew what I was involved in, and I knew it was going to blow my Garda pension out of the water. And it will. And it can do yours as well if you're willing to work for it. So that was, when did I give up? 2013. So, you know, it's nearly coming up on 4 years, I think, now that I've been doing this full time. And we've been all over the world with Forever. You You know, those trips, they're absolutely amazing. Imagine our first chairman's bonus check. We qualified for chairman's bonus in our first full year in the business, and they flew us over to Hawaii to present us with a bonus. I never got a bonus in my life. This is $4,500 of a bonus, and they were flying me and putting me up in the Hilton on Waikiki Beach in Hawaii. Just get a grasp of that. My kids have surfed on Waikiki Beach because of Forever. My kids have skied in a mall in Dubai because of Forever. My kids have been in safari parks in South Africa because of Forever. That's amazing. So if you're willing to work hard, guys, this opportunity can change your lives. And if you just want a couple of €100, build your customer base, and you can have that comfort, that extra money. So whatever it is for you, and whatever you see here today, take from it what you will, but treat it seriously. You've stepped into something quite remarkable here. So that's my story. Today we're going to have a success day, and the communions has made it a little bit smaller today, so I want you all to take part. Go full on. Dance, jump around, cheer everybody up. We have a little problem here at the front. We don't have much room as we normally have, but dance in your seats, dance in the aisles, jump up and down, clap. Get this atmosphere going. Are we ready to get an atmosphere going here today? Are you willing to prove it? Gordon, could you pump up the music a little bit and get these people dancing? Come on, up. Up you get. Raise the roof. We're at a disco. Forget about who's beside you. Woo, woo. Woo. Come on. All right, okay. Very good. Now keep that up for the day, guys. Every time there's somebody up here and to get recognized, get up and dance. Get up and... You want to go home where you're buzzing from this. Are we ready to go home buzzing? All right? Let's keep this going. Don't let it lull. If we have to do it after lunch again to get you going after the big feed, we'll have to do it, all right? So we're going to get the recognitions or our trainings for Forever. We're going to have some amazing trainers here today. Talk about raising the roof. Talk about getting the crowd going. Wait till you hear who we have next. She texted me last night, "Are you ready to rock this success day?" And I said, holy God. If anybody can rock it, this girl can rock it. She's a senior manager. She's a gold VIP member. She's a Chairman's Bonus +1 qualifier. Myself and Louise love her. Her energy is fantastic. We were nearly proud of her in Dubai getting her check than we were ourselves. It was just an amazing seeing her and her team there, and you're just going to be blown away. Her energy is infectious. So give her a big Forever welcome. Jill Burns.